In this video I will discuss Ubisoft and the Star Wars Outlaws situation. There has been much controversy over Ubisoft and their pricing for Star Wars Outlaws, among other things. Ubisoft have been overcharging on their games for a while now. Looking at the Assassin's Creed games, Origins, which was a good game albeit long, Valhalla and Odyssey, which weren't good games because the acting and story were bland and mediocre, with both games dragging on with quite a bit of bloat, and both games were a grind to complete. There are also microtransactions and DLCs or other in-game content and kit hidden behind paywalls or a hefty subscription service to try and squeeze more money from gamers going on since at least the late 2010s, around about the same time the before mentioned titles came out. This is partly down to corporate greed and mismanagement. An example of mismanagement is Skull and Bones. Development started back in 2023 as an expansion pack for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It had many different directors with different visions, and it was restarted and rebooted time and time again over the 11-year development cycle. Some estimate the cost of Skull and Bones at $120 million by July 2021. Another estimate is $150 million by 2023, plus marketing. The game was described as quadruple A and charged at full price, but received poor reviews because it didn't offer that much. It was reported that Ubisoft had cancelled 7 games between July 2022 and January 2023 at a cost of about €500 million or $537 million, combined with the cost of developing AAA games being immense now. Overall spending has got out of control, and not just at Ubisoft. There is also the point that Ubisoft's revenue and profit is down in their last fiscal year. This is in addition to the attempted takeover by Vivendi in the mid-2010s, which in the end it didn't happen. When you combine a lot, it is not surprising what Ubisoft is doing on the pricing and overcharging. At some point, gamers will no longer pay up, especially when some of Ubisoft's titles, some of which have been mentioned earlier in this video, suffered from bland, mediocre and bloat, which made it a grind to complete them. For some reason, Ubisoft is prioritising big equals better, and it isn't. When combined with other controversies like the harassment scandal in 2020, and putting their foot in it, effectively saying they have trained gamers to get used to not owning a physical copy of the games they purchased, and more recently, gamers not actually owning the games they purchased, it is not surprising that there has been some backlash against Ubisoft. I am curious about Outlaws, and I want to give it a chance before making my mind about it, but not at the price it's been currently charged, and it will be interesting to see whether the game follows a long, bland and bloat model or not, because that would not make a good gaming experience if it did follow that long, bland and bloat model. There was a behind the scenes video a little while ago with the actress playing the lead character in Star Wars Outlaws, and she seemed very enthusiastic about the role, and she seems like a very nice person. Turning to other videos about Ubisoft, there are some videos saying that Ubisoft have gone woke. I don't think Ubisoft have gone woke. I think they are overcompensating because of two things. Firstly, the allegations made against some of their leading executives about harassment back in 2020, which was followed up by a letter Ubisoft staff wrote during the Activision strike in 2021, saying nothing had changed. And the second point is Serge Hascut instructing devs to avoid using or downplay female protagonists. Examples are in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, where Evie Frye, her time as a playable character was reduced from roughly 50% down to 25%, and for Aya in Assassin's Creed Origins was meant to have a much larger role that was significantly reduced, although in this case Bayek was the better character. A lot of titles in the past few years at Ubisoft and in upcoming games, for example in Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, have female leads, and I think this is Ubisoft jumping up and down saying, look, we do female characters now, look how far we come. Whether anything has changed or not at Ubisoft is uncertain. Well, thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.